So I met this chick at the bar.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, she was hot. She was just like, hey,
man,
you just want to
awesome.
And I was like, yeah.
Too easy.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
CIB. Oh. Hey, where'd you earn that CIB at?
The PX?
What?
What? It's not stolen valor. I bought it with my... Oh!
Hey guys, yeah, I know it's not Thursday, it's actually Sunday, but I love my intro. That's a great intro. So what's Mikey Kiser going to do? That's the big question. The wheels of justice turn very slowly, but they turn. And February 5th, 2025. Show cause hearing. This should be interesting. It's not what he's saying it is, a status hearing or a pretrial or anything like that. This is a show cause hearing. So we'll see what happens. It's pretty interesting. Shiz did a great job tracking all that down. She also has the letter where his lawyer that was appointed for his arraignment has, I was only appointed temporarily for the arraignment. I've got nothing to do with this clown. So right now he does not have a lawyer, and it should be pretty interesting what happens in the courtroom. So let's rewind a bit. Let's rewind. Josh Stonevet gets a hold of me. He says, hey, would you look at this guy and tell me what you think and see what you can get for records? So I start looking at some of Kiser's military claims, and I'm like, yeah, none of this makes any sense. None of it makes any sense at all. Some of the daring do that he did, or did in his mind, because he is a legend in his own mind. The staff sergeant, 3 tours, 2 Purple Hearts, RPG to the grill, broken leg for 3 weeks, all of which has been completely debunked. But I want to go back to the very initial call out. And he was on panel with Frauditor Troll, and he was talking about his opiate addictions, and because he had 7 to 9 surgeries or whatever from his military service, and which was all bullshit as well. He's just a perk hillbilly, perk pill hillbilly. But I'm going to play some of Frauditor Troll's panel video. And I'm bringing this out to the forefront because this pretty much plays into what his character is. He lies about everything. And, over the last year and a few months, he doesn't have a daughter. There were no dogs. I guess there were like 2 huskies that he supposedly had. The 2 houses on the same street. His marriage to Kimmy, who nobody's believing that. There's no marriage certificates in any of the states he's been in. So, he just, if his lips are moving, he is lying. And all the people that support him, I don't know what you're thinking. He's a convicted felon. He's got 5 pending felonies, which we'll see what goes on with that. Like I said, the wheels of justice turn slowly, but they do turn. And we'll see what happens on February 5th, 2025. Shiz was able to find out that he has a cause hearing, show cause hearing. The attorney he had was a temporary attorney for his arraignment back then and has said that he has concluded any and all business with this individual. He is not the attorney of record for what's going on. My guess is the guy probably saw what the show cause was for and said, "Yeah, I'm not getting involved in this bullshit." So we'll see what happens. But Shiz has been, all over this. Shiz was a supporter of his, as was Dickbag Patrol, as was a lot of you. And when it came out that he was just a complete and total liar, kudos to you guys for just hammering his ass. And he deserves every pound of that hammer. Let's go ahead and play this. This is when Dickbag first comes on. I'm in the chat and I'm kind of watching this, but let's play this.
Thank you. Dickbag Patrol, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Not much.
So I'm not a drama person. I don't get involved in any of this shit generally, but my ears perked up when I started hearing some of the things about the stolen valor, being that, I'm a vet, come from a military family. So the thing that's been bothering me, Wrangler, is why not just produce your DD-214? I mean, when I got out, it was made pretty clear to me that don't.
Exactly. Dickbag is 100% spot on. And Dickbag was a big supporter of him. He made the intro that he still uses today, even though he's been asked not to use it. He's just a shitbag, period. But let's listen.
Lose this. It was the equivalent of your birth certificate. So it's pretty easy to do. And then I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you said it was in storage somewhere?
Yes, it's in storage in Alabama. I haven't lost it. I tried to print it out, and I tried to print out my damn award letter from the VA, and I couldn't do it. So I went to the VA, and they told me I had to go to the federal building. I went to the federal building. I got the award letter. I put it up several times since then.
That's bullshit too. You don't go to the federal building to get a VA letter. You go to the VA to get a VA letter. You don't go to the federal building. That's bullshit.
Haven't had the opportunity to get my damn go to Bama and get it. I had business that me and Kimmy had things that we had to take care of in North.
Oh, I think he had an open warrant during this time frame. That's why he wouldn't go back to Alabama.
Carolina this week, and we didn't even really have a honeymoon, so we were taking time for us. I didn't know any
honeymoon. Where and when did they get married? There's no marriage certificate, marriage license anywhere that anybody can find, and he won't produce that either. So
any of this was happening.
Yeah,
and
so. About the gunshot, was it combat or not? See, when you don't answer right away.
I didn't. You dropped out for a second, Dickbag. I didn't hear your question.
So the gunshot wound, let's just clear the air. Was it combat related or not?
Yes.
It was.
So you were in combat? Is that what you're saying?
Hmm?
And it's better for you just to
it's better
just
to say the truth.
Long pauses.
Yeah, if you say yes or whatever, and then tomorrow somebody finds it's not true, it's
already know it.
Yeah, so true. You just said yes, I got my injury in combat. So you're saying you got your injury in combat?
I guess yes or no? All right, look.
Oh, those fucking chipmunks in his brain they're on the wheel and they are screaming. They're running so fast, trying to come up with some kind of story.
I was deployed. It wasn't combat related. It wasn't active it wasn't active engagement with an enemy of this country. But yes, I was deployed when it happened.
Deployed when it happened. Still clinging. Still clinging.
Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, I sincerely hope you're being honest about that, man, because people will dig that shit up. And if
They
it's
could
not,
be my
it's-
guest.
Yeah, well, they are. I'm telling you. People
I mean,
are
it's
actively
already
looking into it.
it's already done. This guy has your DD214, and I told you I will not speak on it, but I can play his video. He just released it 2 hours ago, and apparently they have your whole history, and there's no mention of combat. I mean, we're gonna watch it in
or
just a
overseas
moment.
No mention of getting
Y'all go right ahead. I mean, like I told you, I've got somewhere I've got to be.
see where
And
my
I told you I was going to be able to come up here for about 45 minutes. I've been up here
sitting in
90
the chat.
almost.
That's fine.
Right. Well, these are extraordinarily important questions, man. If anybody questioned my service, I'd, well, you know, if it was serious, if it's some jack off, I don't know, who cares? But, you know, you're
I understand that,
a
DB.
public figure, so if anybody came, you know, started making this much of a ruckus online
Oh,
on the
look.
channel or whatever
My YouTube
about me
channel.
not, you know, the first thing I do is just get my DD214, block out my social, and post it. And it's. I mean, where's your birth certificate right now? Do you have that with you?
No, I don't
Like,
have
where
my
you-
birth certificate.
I mean,
don't-
like your
I'm-
important documents. Why? I just that has always struck me as odd. I would never, you know, leaving it
Because
in
when I left
very,
Alabama,
very
He's
dangerous.
he's really
because
getting
when I
ready to-
left Alabama to
he's really getting ready to tuck his tail and run right now. So the I gotta go is coming up.
get clean, I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was
Okay,
going
that's
through
fair.
withdrawal. I
That's
was
right. He was committing felonies.
going through.
All right, I'll accept that.
I wasn't thinking about all that, and I definitely, like I said,
I got it. That's a fair answer.
All right, I'll slow down the chat a bit. It's pretty hectic. But yeah, you're right, Wrangler. I honestly, I wasn't trying to ambush you, but the shit with Blackheart Knight really pissed me off, and I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were gonna stay on this long. I think after being confronted about the Blackheart Knight, very sketchy, extremely sketchy fundraiser, you were gonna leave.
and I can see how it would
He-
look like
he's
that.
gonna leave right
Absolutely.
now.
And did I screw up with Blackheart? Yes, I did. And I probably shouldn't have forgotten. No, there is no problem. I shouldn't have forgotten. All right, I shouldn't have let it lapse.
Yeah.
You know, fine. And I
Well,
shouldn't.
Well, the thing earlier that you finally
Is yes, letting it lapse, slip my mind, whatever you know, whatever you want to call it.
Biff's on
I
panel.
screwed up. But as soon as he brought it to my attention, I addressed it and rectified it.
Yeah. All right.
From someone who has taken a life, regardless of war and peace. If you're a good person, you'll never forgive yourself. Since you're not in combat, who did you kill?
Nice try. Tell shiz.
You know, I forgot that Biff brought that up. Yeah. Man, they lit a fire under his ass that he couldn't come up with the lies quick enough to counter anything that's going on here.
No thanks. Tell shiz she can ask her own damn questions.
What's the
Dude,
question that's out there?
it's a good try, Biff, but there's no way he was going to incriminate himself with that. Like, it's a good try, dude. There's no statute of limitation on murder, so there's no way he was going to say anything about that.
Oh, and I did send you a screenshot with Valcax's PayPal from March. That does show that he did not have any funds.
Okay, so you're
FYI.
saying he didn't receive any money from the
Just more
from the
lying
fundraiser. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I said if
good,
any.
good
so
try, Biff, man.
I'm not
I
trying
just
to
wanted
put
to make
him-
sure that was out there.
I forgot all.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put him in the same boat, but yeah, I'm not saying he would have kept the money, and you know, now with these screenshots, I'll put a pinned comment in tomorrow's video just to clarify it. But yeah, so I think Digbag, or Biff, did you have any more questions for him?
Uh-oh.
No, sir.
Who's
Thank you
that?
for giving me the opportunity to come up.
All right. Thank you.
Who is that?
Cindy Lucian, your super chat is here.
Look at PV1 Kiser Michael William at Fraudit Wrangler. FOIA request and data don't lie. Ooh, what's going to happen now?
Here, I have 29 backed up. It's just like I don't want to be a channel that just like I want to focus on the content, and I will read the super chats. But Cindy Lucian, I don't see yours. But anyways, I'm gonna start reading them. And yeah, Cindy Lucian, I don't see yours.
When I got that picture of Joey Surreal off Google, I had no idea.
So let me read these super chats. That's in it. Turn a blind eye. Are we really that shitty? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you're saying they want blood. Yeah, you pissed off a lot of people, man. A lot of your subscribers and my subscribers are pissed off.
Yep.
So, I mean, sure. If you guys want to unsubscribe, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say I appreciate you at least letting me come up. I know you were going to do the live stream with me, and like I said, you asked me to come up. I did, and Big Bag Patrol will have the greatest respect for you, sir.
Yeah,
I really, man, I can't.
I'm sure Dickbag just couldn't live without that, but what a fucking sack of shit.
Stress how much I'd like you to clear the air about what this guy says, like publicly now. Like, I mean,
wait a minute,
because I don't,
look the same.
Like I said,
like, how about this? I'll hold up reading the super chats, and we play 5 minutes of the video. How about that?
Gosh, I've got somewhere to be. I'm already late.
All right. I won't hold you up. All right,
no problem. Because I got a Griffin.
Okay, thank you anyway.
Well,
all right.
That's
what a sack.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, thank you, Wrangler, for stopping by. Yeah. Oh, Wrangler, you're still there?
No, he's popping smoke.
Wrangler, you're still there? All right. Well, if you hear me, I just want to say that out of our community, like you're the biggest fraud that came out of it, man. And I wanted to say that before he left, but massive fraud.
So I was hoping he was going to start my video and Wrangler was going to stay and I was going to pop up on the panel so I could personally confront him. That didn't happen. The video got started after he left. I came up on panel and talked a little bit about how this all came about. We'll let it play through a little bit.
Like, not who you pretended to be at all. Not one bit. All right. Okay, so let me read these about 28 super chats. And now I do want to say thank you so much, everybody who supported
not going
humor.
Super chats.
We're going to
I decided to take the deep dive, and I've been doing stolen valor investigations for quite a while. I've got a folder just full of Freedom of Information Act requests, and this one piqued my interest, and I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. A lot of people are like, oh, get Don Shipley involved. Well, Don deals with Navy SEALs. Occasionally he will dip into special forces or like Marine Corps force recon phonies, stuff like that. Or Steve.
Okay, moron. He got the social security number.
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
in the chats, by the way, right now.
Who?
Oh, that's right.
This guy?
MSG.
They were trying to say that I illegally got his information in order to dox him. No, I didn't. And you can have somebody else's social security number. It's what you do with it that's illegal. If you do something illegal with it, then it's a charge. But if you have someone's personal information, you must safeguard it. And that's one thing I do with all of my Freedom of Information Act requests. If I get a document back from someplace and they've missed something when they redacted it, I redact it. But I don't put that information out there. You must safeguard it. And when I'm done with that information, I delete it, or it is redacted. I use these black paint markers that completely obliterate anything on paper. You just scrub it on there, and there's no way you're going to recover anything that was there. So the copies of this stuff that I print out on a laser jet, once I redact it, it's redacted. You're not going to be able to see it. But I digress.
Retired, yes.
Oh,
Oh,
MSG retired. Let me send you a link if you want to come up and say some
give you a
words.
link.
And guys, don't forget to subscribe to MSG retired. I'm gonna give you a subscribe right now. Yeah. So just to clarify, because someone is slandering you that you doxed him, he obtained his info to be able to do the FOIA request and figure out the information. He didn't make the sensitive information available public on his channel. You stupid moron. Like,
Exactly. Frauditor Troll knows what it's about. You don't. You have to safeguard that data. And it's just it's hilarious. Oh, Kiser, and all the lies, and then, oh well, that was a character I made up for YouTube. Bullshit. You were using your phony military career to prop yourself up and get subscribers and make money on YouTube. It's a violation of the Stolen Valor Act. Very easy to prove. But you're never going to get anybody to take up the flag on that and go for prosecution. It's just not going to happen.
seriously.
Over at Guardians of the Green Beret, they only really dig into special forces people that are claiming special forces. But I work with Steve every now and then. I'm an asset for him. He's an asset for me. I can do things and get things for him. He can get things for me. I also have contacts with HRC out of Fort Knox. I also have contacts that have access to the ATARS database, which is the Army training system. Any school, any ATAR school that you had been to, you're in that database, period. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of my contacts, they're all retiring because we're all a bunch of old fucks. But, you know, that's all right. That's all right. I've kind of stepped back a little bit anyway. So there's nothing, there are no secret squirrel schools in the military. So if they said all my records are classified and all that stuff, it's bogus. I've talked about this in the past. But Michael caught my attention with some of the things
I have someone backstage. I don't know if it's him. Okay.
That he said and done and spewed. And so I decided to go ahead and do the deep dive. And I was provided information that I finally got his correct date of birth, his social, that kind of stuff, and it's freely available.
MSG retired. The link is in the chat.
Okay. MSG retired. Let me see. Maybe if his email is public, I might.
So I did the deep dive.
All right, we have the Master Sergeant himself in the house. How's it going?
Good evening. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. 10 by 10. So how are you? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. All right, I just want to make sure I'm not.
Yeah, I mean you're good. We can hear you. It's a little bit muffled, but you're good. Well, yeah, thank you for your service, first of all,
Yes,
Master Sergeant.
absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, I know you're getting dragged into a little bit of drama, and I know you turned off the comments on your video. You're not a drama guy, but unfortunately, that's what's going on tonight. So, anything you want to say about this guy, Michael, Product Wrangler? Oh, you're muted.
Technical stuff.
All right, we'll play a video. We'll wait till your audio gets fixed.
Live on the Department of Defense. Yeah, I had to mute it because I think I had a loop going on.
Okay. All right. That means that you have one of your YouTube windows that's open. So close all the windows besides.
He had a medical issue, whatever that may be, and it was bad enough during basic training that they actually, I guess he got a VA compensation on it. And I don't believe he ever went back to the National Guard to give them the records because on his NGB 22, it says SM not available to sign, which is typical when they don't come back. And yep, that's true. He never went back, never brought any of his paperwork back from basic training and gave it to the Guard. They processed them out. And there was a very small amount of money that he was given as a severance pay, as well as he got VA care for whatever the injury was. And then that's all done. So, again, saying that he's a disabled veteran is a lie. He never rose to the level of veteran status. He did get some minor VA care after the fact, but let's keep going. Mailed it to him. So, I'm still missing one piece of the puzzle, and that's going to be the records from the National Personnel Records Center in St. Louis. And once I get that, then I'll have the very final piece, which would be that DD-214 from his active duty time in 2005, where he received some type of an injury. So what happened with that is I never got anything back that I didn't already have from MPRC. And what I really should do is go ahead and I'm using a different channel now. I'm going through HRC, Human Resource Command at Fort Knox. I've got 2 requests out now. It's been a few weeks. I'm still waiting to get those back. If they come back with actual records in a decent time frame, I may resubmit Kiser for that, just to get that final DD-214 he got from Fort Leonard Wood when he was processed out. Got a disability, and because of that disability, the National Guard but again, there's nothing on it. The NGB 22 is a pretty much like a carbon copy of it, only in the National Guard format. So whatever was on his DD-214 that they looked at online is what went on there. So, because all the records are digitized now, very easy for them to get a handle on. Discharged him, and most likely that injury happened before he reached 180 days of active duty service, and that's why his discharge was uncharacterized. If you don't meet that 180 days of active service, or they start processing you prior to that 180 days, then you usually end up with an uncharacterized discharge. Yeah.
Very interesting. So I do have a question. So when you do receive the final piece of the puzzle, are we going to know the nature of the injury, how it happened, and exactly everything it entails?
No, that would be a violation of the HIPAA rules.
Okay.
In regards to medical stuff. And I exposed the guy, I don't know, it's been quite a while ago, in North Carolina. Boy, I heard him suck him.
Once I saw Marianne Shipley chiming in, I think that's John Shipley's wife, right? Marianne Shipley? I got that wrong.
Actually, it's Diane Shipley and Mary Shantag. Her husband.
Right. My mistake.
Her husband started the POW network. Your First Amendment separated. Now, his separation date this period was July 22nd, 1998. He had a total period of service, or a net active service this period, 1 month and 5 days. So he had total prior inactive service. So he spent 14 days before he left to go to basic training. And there's nothing else listed there. No overseas, no foreign service, no sea service. Yeah, and he had a data rank of June 4th, 1998. So that's when he signed his contract, I believe, and became a private PV1. So decorations, medals, badges, citations, and campaign ribbons awarded or authorized. He has none. Nothing follows. His military education course title, number of weeks and months and year completed. He has none and nothing follows. Now in the remarks, member is not completed.
That was it. 2 houses down was actually once a little notable.
Sorry about that.
Not sure what's going on there. When the discharge action was initiated prior to 180 days of service. This type of discharge does not attempt to characterize service as good or bad. So it doesn't mean he get out bad conduct or anything like that. It's just uncharacterized. He wasn't in the military long enough for them to even have an opinion on his service. And it was for a medical drop. Well, I got an opinion. He's a lying sack of shit. That's what the opinion is. All right. I'm only going to let this go another minute or two, and then I'm going to wrap. So it was very nice of the National Guard to provide that to me. I'm assuming So the best part, so the Alabama National Guard sends me these records, and I actually, the clerk actually called me on the phone, and we were discussing it, and she says, well, why are you looking for this? Not that they have to ask, and they usually never do. I said, well, he's claiming this, and this. And she says, I don't even know how they allowed him to enlist into the National Guard because of whatever happened his first time with the reserves when he tried to go to basic training and failed out and didn't make it. So, and he's never going to tell you the truth, ever, never. If you put a lie detector on him, the fucking needle's going to go slinging off the side and stick in the wall. Because there's no way. If his lips are moving, he's lying. And the only reason I'm doing this is, if anybody that's involved with anything to do with him, this just shows what he is. He's a lying sack of shit. It just goes to show his personality and what they can expect. So, I'm sure he'll be a highly decorated veteran while he's in prison. He submitted that in order to get into the National Guard. So that's part of the packet I'm putting together just to see where this goes, because he has been collecting for veterans organizations, or that's what I get from his YouTube channel, from his About or whatever. And people have been donating to him to give to veterans organizations. Guys, cut out the middleman. That keeps people from scamming you. If you're going to give to DAV or any other veteran organization, give directly to them. You don't need a middleman to do it. All right.
So Wrangler is saying that I'm trying to get paid off his back. Wrangler, today we've made what? I think $300. Thank you very much to the support. That's not gonna make or break me, dude. Like, honestly, I made this for the community because I owed them an answer. You owed them an answer. Like,
wait, is Wrangler in the chat?
Yeah, it's Wrangler.
I thought he had somewhere to be.
No, well, he has somewhere to be. It says right here. Oh no, it's on his live stream. My bad. That's what he has to do. Yeah, it's his live stream. So he has a lot of people waiting. 85. Anyways, if you hear me, Wrangler, that I could have made a live stream about another frauditor and made as much money, if not more. Dude, you needed to be called out, dude. Anyways, so that's where he had to be. He had to make his live stream. So good for you, buddy.
And that's where I'm going to leave it. It just, 35 minutes. I just wanted to go back over this. I was going to do a live, and I just really didn't want to sit here and do a live. I'm going to do this as a premiere. I'll be in the chat, so if you have any comments, I'll be able to answer them. But anyway, I'm not going to let this go away. I'm going to keep this going as much as possible. He's never came out and said, I lied about being a staff sergeant. I lied about 3 deployments. I lied about 2 Purple Hearts. I lied about a RPG to the grill. Right, there was something about Ranger School. He's just all over the place, but he's never came out and confessed to all of it. Not ever. And will he? Most likely not. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the premiere and the content, guys. I promise you I'll get a little more active with the channel and try and get some more content going. Like I said, I was pretty burned out on the whole Stolen Valor thing because you put in so much work and so much time and you get it to the people that can actually do something with it, and they just fail to prosecute. And it just really gets you bummed out after a while. But yep, I'll see what we could do for some new folks coming up, and I'll try and get a little more content out. Hey, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, thumbs up, and everybody have yourself a great day.